My Lords, I rise to add my support to Her Majesty's gracious speech, and it's a huge pleasure to be able to add my congratulations to Her Majesty's government on the remarkable election victory. With this election victory, the voice of the British people has unequivocally been heard, and their will made crystal clear. Not just to get Brexit done, not just to build one nation, but also to tackle the key social challenges of our generation. One of the main findings of the Legatum Institute's 4852 Healing a Divided Britain report, of which I declare an interest, was that voters were concerned that public services and the social fabric of the nation were no longer working for them. In particular, people wanted more from their health and education services and had concerns over housing and employment stability, their top 4 issues. So the test for me of Her Majesty's gracious speech was to look at how these issues would be addressed, the 4 tests. So take health first. The UK Prosperity Index has charted a marked decrease in our satisfaction with the quality of our healthcare, down 21 places in recent years to 34th globally. The commitment, therefore, to level up our NHS is an important first step in addressing this felt public service gap. 40 new hospitals, 50 million more GP appointments, 50,000 more new and retained nurses, and an extra 650 million in NHS funding weekly will help ensure that our healthcare is far more equitable across our most vulnerable communities. And this commitment represents a renewed focus and a commitment to drive change. Test 1. Second is education. Education ability, as we've heard, is spread across our great nation, but opportunity is not. We should be proud of the gains that we've made over the last 3 years in our education, but we need to ensure that we are focused on giving all students equal opportunity to reach their full potential. So the pledge in the Queen's speech to ensure every child has access to a high-quality education by increasing levels of funding per pupil in every school is welcome, as is the announcement of the National Skills Fund of £3 billion over the course of the Parliament. But although the outcomes and investments are results that our teachers and students should be proud of, there are some worrying signs that also arose out of the PISA report. On student well-being, only 53% of 15-year-olds across the UK reported that they were satisfied with their lives. Nearly 50% of our young people feel a severe lack of identity and purpose. For a government that is committed to building one nation, I would welcome hearing from my noble friend the Minister what action this government will expect from parents and teachers to ensure that our young people are confident in their identity and future, as the current approach is obviously not working and more of the same won't do. The third test is a housing test. We're currently facing a housing crisis nationwide, but as we all know, there is no silver bullet for this issue. But I do welcome the government's energy, vision and focus expressed through the commitment to shared ownership, supported local families onto the housing ladder, improving the rental market and house building. I welcome the building of 1 million new homes, but can my noble friend the Minister comment on what change of pace, policy and impetus will be deployed, as the 1 million new homes figure seems to be a familiar one now, and we really need delivery. And the last test is for job security. Out of the 4852 report, a clear link emerged between stagnant low wages and a vote to leave the EU. We have, though, an extraordinary record as a nation. On average, 1,000 new jobs created each day since 2010, with levels of employment at a remarkable 76%. The election saw a resounding roar from those in tough circumstances and a clear message that they do not want handouts, but want to be able to work hard and support their families. The Queen's speech lays the foundations for the development of an economy where prosperity can grow through the creation of jobs that are stable, full-time, and in every corner of our nation. I welcome Her Majesty's gracious speech, the energy and vision with which this government is setting about the task of building prosperity and levelling up, and their commitment to the creation of opportunity and quality of life. If this becomes reality, we will indeed take great strides towards meeting the 4 tests of a stronger health and education system, access to housing, and stable full-time employment, whilst building the longed-for One Nation.